Hi guys, welcome back. Well, game room, it's a lot closer. This is being filmed today, Friday. I'll be uploading this shortly because I haven't put a video out as of yet. And while I've been doing a lot of packing, game cases. Which are the best? Which games consoles make the best, most durable, most indestructible game cases? Just got me thinking. So tell you what, before we actually let me just bring you up to date. Just about to break into almost song then about game cases. Let me bring you up to date with the room. The bulk stuff is all done. We're all finished really. But, and again, I'm looking at the business end. It's leads. Damn leads. I've been waiting all week for them now. And still not arrived today. I'm waiting for, I think it's just 2 leads. That's all I'm waiting for. Oh no, two leads and 2 power towers. That's what I'm waiting for. Once I've got them in place, hey presto, we're done. The telly hasn't got to come off the wall anymore because I've got all the wires connected to that now. And I am slowly now, we've been reorganising the games in here, which is what brought me on to our chosen subject. What the hell am I talking about? Subjects. Sorry, off me tits. Which is game cases. But I've had to do a lot of packing. I've had to thin out my collection in the game room, and it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking in some regards. Some would say, well, you should be selling them then. I'm a collector. I like to collect. I collect because I can and because it's going to be something for my daughters to do with whatever they want once I'm gone. Those are my 2 main reasons. And to be honest, I enjoy doing it that much. It's almost on par as playing the games themselves. So we've finished organising all the games. That's all been done. Sneaky peek. Sorry, you can just make out PS4. So finally, that console will be making its way into the actual game room, where still at the moment it's downstairs. Anyway, let's get on. That's where we are with the game room. So let's just get on with today's subject, because I'm looking at some of the cases and I'm like, they really are shit. They really are terrible. So I started thinking about lastability, durability, and whether you can replace them easily. And that's quite a big one, because some of these, you just can't replace them. But I've got a number 1, and I'm putting it there in my mind, because I think it is possibly the closest to indestructible as you're going to get for a game case. So I'm going to start at the lowest, the bottom, and I'm going to start with really anything that's cardboard. Anything. So, I mean, like this 7800. Obviously, it's not been looked after that well. I've not done anything with it, so this is how I purchased it. But I've got to do something serious if I want to save this case. And let's be honest, unless people are reprinting them, which is very few and far between, you're not going to be replacing cardboard. I mean, this Quake one isn't too bad, but it's rough at the edges. And yes, once I get it back to a reasonable condition, I need to get this into its own PVC case to protect it, because if I don't, it's just going to slowly fall apart. So, you know, 7800s, 2600 cases, they're just as bad. Any big box PC games, you've only got to put a crease in it, and that's the end of it, really. I mean, this one I've got here on the NES, it's battered, it looks awful. So I've got to try and get that back into the original shape and then spend more money on getting a proper PVC cover for it. I mean, if I move over to something a bit more plastic, I was looking at a couple, and I've not got the cassettes. The cassettes, to a point, you know, the old Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad, those sort of things, you can still replace cassettes to a point. You just buy a shit Western song, don't you? But they had alright cases. I mean, the better ones on that, Commodore 64, yeah, that's me, Attack of the Mutant Camels, and signed by Jeff Minter. So, but the PVC on the front, it's sort of bubbled, it's weird. And these, you know, the spines will crack eventually. But, I mean, even that one, it's more of a hardened, tougher plastic. Oops, sorry. The Blue Max. What a game that is. The Blue Max. Absolutely fantastic. But again, the spines, and to try and replace these now. Impossible? Probably impossible. At least with some of the cardboard ones, like I say, you could potentially try and get a reprint somewhere, but then it's not the original. So, the worst, I feel, worst game cases that have ever been made, if they're cardboard, they're right at the bottom. They're shit. They really are shit. Then cassette tapes. Yeah, I'm going to put them and old world cases like this next, because they're just as bad. But then moving up to something a bit more modern now, and jumping on to, I'll jump onto the PlayStation 1. Now, Porsche Challenge. Remember that one? Brilliant game, fellas. Brilliant challenge. Now, this would be a difficult case to replace. You can get hold of them and people are selling them. And they will crack, they will scuff. So they're not the best. And to be honest, Dreamcast ones are fucking awful. Because once these buggers break, you try finding a replacement. Unless you're going to go out and buy another game. I cannot find a seller of these. If you actually know someone, please tell me. Because I can't find anyone that sells these. And once the hinges are broke, that's the end of it. So, they're just as bad. They really are. They're absolutely awful. So, I'm going to put them next. So, that's the third worst games cases manufacturers. Because I think they're shit in some regard. Now, moving on up a bit. But we're still going to move back to cardboard for a second. Because on the Saturn, as far as I know, they make 3 different cases. And it's only because it makes what I feel is a pretty good one is why it's not. So you've got your cardboard one for starters. And you open it up. And this one isn't actually that bad. I picked a good one. But the plastic comes away from the cardboard. And of course the cardboard gets marked. The game, it always slides around in there. Doesn't matter what really you do, but it will. So that's not a great game case. They then made a better one out of plastic, same physical size. So here's the plastic one. What's this? Steep slope sliders. And I think this is a pretty good case, but it's got one floor, and one floor only. Otherwise, this would be a lot higher. I have before now. When you've got to open these, you've got a little notch there to get your finger in. And if it's particularly going to refuse to open, you pull too hard, you will snap that. Very easily done. You'll just snap it. So again, it's a good case. Tough, durable, which is what you want. It is, to a point, also protecting the game inside a hell of a lot better, which is what we want as collectors. But it's not the best of the bunch. The best is this. Now, compared to the others, it's a lot chunkier. Still about the same size, but it's just chunkier. But it's more like a VHS. It's all made out of plastic. The disc isn't going anywhere. So that's a fantastic case. Brilliant case. Really tough, rugged design. Wish they'd have maybe made them out of this, all of them. So that, because of the cardboard one, that's my fourth worst design. Moving on to what I consider to be a bloody good case. Very durable. You do, in this day and age, potentially have to buy the games to replace them, but those are Master System and Mega Drive. Yeah, I got Shaq Fu. I actually think it's a good game. Great games. Now, it gets held in there, the cartridge. It's a nice, tough, rugged case. Brilliant. It's what you want as a collector. You know that your product inside, the chance of it being destroyed, I mean, you probably sit on this and it's not going to be doing much. So, a brilliant case. That actually makes my number 3 spot. So that's the third best cases, as far as I'm concerned, for games. What's number 2 may actually surprise you and shock you. And the only reason I'm putting it in at number 2 is because I don't think it's particularly as durable as number 1. Number 1 are not easily come by, but it's nowhere near as tough. It's not a solid box. And that is really anything in a DVD case. So your PlayStation 2, your Wii, your Xboxes, your Xbox 360, your PlayStation 4s, your Xbox Ones, your Wii U's, anything in a DVD case. These are brilliant cases. They really do hold the disc perfectly. They hold it perfectly, just where we need it to be. Unless you're going to be throwing them around, you're not going to be going far wrong with any of these. They're very plentiful. That's why they're in number 2. They should really be number 1. You could argue that. I get that. I really do. But they're a great case. But you can damage them quite easily. That brings me on to my number 1. My number 1 game case is for a system that is so old it's untrue. Why other people, to a point, didn't copy the design, I don't understand. There's hardly any games on the library. And if you're a collector of this system, you already know what I'm picking and what is number 1. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, even though it has got a weird smell when you open it, don't know what it is. Mr. Bad's has definitely got it. And that's game cases for the Amstrad GX 4000. These are the most toughest, rugged cases I've ever come across. And any game I've purchased, whether it be online, found at a market stall, or whatever, they're not broke. None of them. I've never come across a broken game case. As you can see, crazy amount of room for a simple cartridge. That slots in there nicely. You've got a nice place for your manual. Yes, it has got that weird, it's a weird smell. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like going to the dentist or something. It's just that smell you get in the background. Super tough and rugged. They all have the tabs, every one of them, but they're also designed to fold away neatly. It's a ridiculous size, like I say. I mean, look at the size of that compared to the PS4. And let's put it up against the Master System. Sorry, the Mega Drive. I mean, look at it. It is actually, as you can see, bigger, chunkier for what it really needs to be. But it is a brilliant, very tough game case. Didn't expect that one, did you? Eh? A lot of you didn't expect that one. Right, that's me done. Looking at the time, probably just gone over 15 minutes. Have you got suppliers of game cases? Let's share them, guys. Let me know, because if I can find any for the Dreamcast, I would really appreciate it, because it's a pain in the arse for me to find and replace. Right, I'm bogging off because I've still got a bit of tidying in this room to do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll catch you all again. Take care and stay safe.